Scotland, we have first-hand experience of how the alcohol industry pursue their own interests at the expense of the public and their health. Having failed to win the political argument on minimum unit pricing, they sought to prevent its implementation by taking Scottish Government to court. Although, fortunately, ultimately unsuccessful, they did delay the implementation of this life-saving policy by around 6 years. That's why we welcome the initiative of Alcohol Forum Ireland in helping understand the inherent conflict of interest and helping us all understand what we can do to challenge this. We very much look forward to learning from your experience and wish you all the very best.
Having worked in tobacco control for 15 years, I know that the alcohol industry use exactly the same trick as the tobacco industry. What do they do to influence policymakers? They block, they amend, and they delay legislation. And they also create doubts in the minds of policymakers to try to appear nicer and better. I think the IMARC initiative is a wonderful initiative that we should all support, and we will do everything we can at the European Alcohol Policy Alliance to make sure that we all endorse it very widely. Well done.
Alcoholic products cause considerable harm to Australians, including the lifelong disability fetal alcohol spectrum disorder. For 20 years, alcohol lobbyists tried to undermine efforts to introduce a pregnancy health warning on alcoholic products. Firstly, they questioned the evidence. Then they introduced their own voluntary and completely ineffective labelling scheme. And then when a label was made mandatory, they tried as best they can to make the label invisible. It was because of alcohol companies and their lobby groups that it took so long to get alcohol pregnancy health warnings on alcohol products. And they should have no role in the development of health and social policy in Australia or internationally.
In Sri Lanka, we can see the alcohol industry is promoting responsible drinking. Promoting responsible drinking is highly problematic as it places the problem within the user, not the product. And it gives a wrong message that even heavy drinking is okay as long as you are responsible. We support IMARC as it is an effective tool to counteract the industry strategy.
The alcohol industry must never be allowed to involve itself with schools and institutions of higher learning. Africa has got a very young population, and the industry is banking on this young population for their future profits. In Zimbabwe, we see this industry tactic as very problematic, and we support IMAC because it's an effective tool to counteract the alcohol industry.
Hi, my name's Sue Taylor. I work for an organisation called Balance based in the northeast of England. Here in the northeast, we've done a huge amount of work to ensure that the alcohol industry isn't part of policy in this region. We work closely with public health partners, and that's enabled us to take an approach which is independent. I'm full of admiration for the response in Ireland, the fact that you've developed an IMARC, and this is something that we would definitely be interested in supporting in the future. I only wish that the UK government would take similar steps to ensure that the alcohol industry isn't part of policy in this country. And as I said before, I'm so supportive of the approach that you've taken in Ireland. It's a fantastic first step, and we hope that we'll be able to work with you to embed this further in the future.